gonna talk about gel brushes, how we should care for them, how we should clean them. What are they? Okay, so a gel brush, you got gel brushes, acrylic brushes, art brushes. They're all different, right? Different purposes. Gel brushes are a lot smaller than an acrylic brush, a different type of bristle pattern and shape and all of that. They come in different sizes. I like a larger one. It's not super big in comparison to a nail, but I like this. It gives me the best control. But anyways, when you get your gel brush, it's gonna be crusty. They put starch in them to make it hard. You just kind of like do this with your fingers, and then you're gonna dip it into your gel and then pinch it and wipe it, because you always wanna have gel in your brush. You're gonna keep this out of the light though when you store it in your drawer, out of the light, but you don't ever clean these with alcohol or acetone. Unlike an acrylic brush where you need to make sure you've got all the acrylic out of there, you're gonna ruin your brush. A gel brush, you don't wanna do that because you will cause it to fray out and the bristles to like little hairs to go all over the place. That makes doing gel nails really difficult. So you can see that this is a really good brush. I don't know how close I need to get it. Anyways, it's a good tight brush. I'm always wiping and pinching these while I'm doing nails. The tighter you have this, the easier it is to control your gel. But yeah, so don't ever clean this with alcohol or acetone. Have a different brush for your glitters, which if they're a little bit on the older side, that's when I retire them or they become my new glitter brush. So you can see how this is kind of looser. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I'll try to make a video where I can insert it in this video and be like, look over here, right here, or here, here. Anyways, so when they get to looking like this, maybe you can see it, that's when I retire them, okay? This is not great for laying down color or your base layer. The bristles are just doing some things, because when you're working with gel, you're using just the very edge of your brush to move it around. And when you have a bunch of little like thingies hanging out, it'll pull the gel around and make it more difficult for you. I don't ever put the lids on them either, because when you do that, like you put it on, so you can end up doing this. I don't know if you can see that. That's like a no good brush. So I just keep, once I take them out of their package, get it all ready to go. When I'm done using it, I just lay it in my drawer out of the light for storage till I need to use it again. Same thing with like, you need, a little cleanup brush, a smile line brush, whatever they want to call it. This is for like going around the edge of the cuticle. If you do get a little bit of like a little blop over there or something, these same thing. Keep them out of the acetone, keep them out of the alcohol, because they'll start to, if we do that, they will fan out pretty fast. And then these, when they just get to the point of not being any good anymore, I just toss them. Well, I don't really toss them. I like make a big pile in my drawer, in my little container. And then like once a year, I'm like, I should really purge all these, and I'll throw away like 100 brushes. So I always have a backup brand new one of each of those brushes, because you never know if you're gonna accidentally like mess up your brush, right? And you don't want to be like mid-client or right before your client comes in and you don't have a backup. So always keep a spare. Then that way when I'm ready and I need it, I can just grab it. What else? So yeah, like lost my train of thought. Anywho, buy good brushes. Try it a couple different sizes. There's not like a ton, so with acrylic brushes, you have like a huge variety. And with gel brushes, you do have a lot of brands, but they're not as much of a variety. Just try a couple different ones out. But yes, keep them out of the alcohol and acetone for sure, and replace them every few months as needed, depending on how many sets of nails you do. Like I do a lot, and I work like 7 days a week. So I have a lot of clients coming in every day, and I'm using the shit out of my stuff. So I tend to replace maybe more often than you would need to, but that's just something to keep in mind, that they don't last forever. They are easy to ruin if you're not careful. So always have a backup in place. Also, when you're handling your nail products, always wear gloves. I cannot stress that enough. Even when you're handling your brushes, which go into gel, and gel's very sticky and it gets all over things no matter what. Put your gloves on all the time, even when you're doing your own nails. This will help reduce your risk of developing allergies to your products. And it's just good practice. You don't want it all over your skin, but I just had to throw that little PSA in there. Gloves all the time, nitrile gloves. They're the only one really good at keeping chemicals out, and most people don't have sensitivity to nitrile gloves where they do latex, and those will just fall apart with your cleansers and stuff when they get on there. So anyways, nitrile gloves, take care of your brushes. These are good. These are not good. Not good. These are garbage. These are not. So I have my color or base, you know, that I use with clears or colors. Then I have my glitter brush, which is a little bit shittier. And then I have my cleanup brush. That's my spiel on brushes for today.